What's up, y'all? This your boy Eddie Jax. We back with the Drop That Podcast. Before we get into hip-hop talk, we're going to shout out our number one sponsor, Layback TV. You know what I'm saying? We don't have none of the negatives. We have all the positives, okay? You can compare it to Xfinity or X Spectrum. It doesn't fucking matter. We're number one. Over 10,000 channels, movies on demand that even came out in the movie theaters. Every sports channel, multiple languages, very simplified. Every HBO, every Cinemax, pay-per-views. Boxing, UFC, wrestling. It don't matter. We got it, okay? Check them out at Layback TV, compatible with your iPhones, Androids, and your Fire Sticks. Only $25 a month. Now, let's get into hip-hop talk. Whoa! Yo, it's hip-hop talk, guys. Now, Billboard. Take a swig of this, because this shit gave me fucking stress. Billboard put out their top 100 albums. Now, Rolling Stone did something like that. Apple Music did something like that. They put out their top 20, top 25, top 100. I went through them. Albums that I thought would make the cut did not make the cut. Albums that I never thought they would make the cut, they made the cut. But it was more like what I didn't expect was there. What I did expect was there, and vice versa, right? Now, a lot of artists made cuts. A lot of their albums made cuts, you know, like Jeezy, T.I., Lil Wayne, Eminem, Nas, Jay-Z, Outkast, let me see, Fugees was in there. You can check them out, billboard.com, check them out. Type in top 100 hip-hop albums of all time. That's what they said, of all time. And I don't even know what their criteria was. I don't even know what kind of background the people select on them. And it's just very interesting what they select. I'm not going to get into 100. I will fucking take forever. And I got a rebuttal about almost everything that was in there. You know what I'm saying? Like for an example, just an example, right? Young Jeezy's debut album, right? Let's Get It, Thug Motivation 101. A lot of people, you know, whether it's in the suburb area, whether it's in the hood, a lot of fan base of Jeezy, they would probably select, Thug Motivation 101. Personally, if we're talking Billboard, I think his biggest recognition album of all time had to be given to The Recession. Came out 2008. You know what I'm saying? Look at everybody who came out in 2008. You know what I'm saying? Kanye dropped an album in 2008. Lil Wayne, with the Carter 3, well, he dropped in 2008. T.I. dropped in the same month, I believe, as Jeezy did with The Recession. Ludacris dropped. I mean, it was very interesting how that album... I'm saying The Recession, right? You would think The Recession would have made the cut on the list. It never did. Eminem's album, the Marshall Mathers LP, that was in there. What number it was very fucking shocking to me, but I would assume the Eminem show would have made it, or Recovery, a little higher. What I did notice, a lot of Cash Money Records albums were there. You know what I'm saying? Like, for an example, Lil Wayne's Carter 3 was in it. Juvenile's 400 Degrees was in it. Let me see. Big Timers, I didn't even see a cut from them. BG. Chopper City and the Ghetto made a cut. I was shocked. Like, what? Are you guys selecting that because he just got out? I don't know. It's very interesting. But, what was another one? I think it was another one. Oh, yeah, shit. You could add Drake and Nicki Minaj. I mean, even though they're Young Money artists, that is under the same umbrella as Cash Money Records, so that goes in a dub for them. But let's go with the top 10, right? So number 10 went to Slick Rick's The Great Adventures of Slick Rick. Okay, classic album. Number 9 went to Blueprint. The Blueprint 1 with Jay-Z. A lot of people give that album a lot of recognition. Reasonable Doubt was in the top 100, but Blueprint made number 9. That was interesting. Paid in Full by Eric B. and Rakim. Legendary album. Legendary album. Number 7. It gets interesting now. Number 7 goes to Doggy Style. Snoop Doggy Dogg. Okay. Fire album. Yo, that's top tier album. You know what I mean? Production by Dre. It's on Death Row. Snoop was at his top tier prime when he first came out. Number 6 goes to Tupac. All Eyes on Me. Okay. Interesting. Number 5 goes to the Notorious B.I.G. Life After Death. Not Ready to Die. Life After Death. Fire album. Okay. Aquemini by Outkast goes in at number 4. Number 3 goes to The Miseducation of Lauryn Hill, which I'm kind of confused because I don't know what to clarify Lauryn Hill's album. Rather if it was hip-hop or a mixture of everything, it gets dicey because she sings on the album. So what is considered a hip-hop album? I don't know. But that got into number 3. So shout out to Lauryn Hill, legendary album. Number 2 goes to The Chronic by Dr. Dre. And number 1 goes to Nas, Illmatic. Can't argue with that. I mean, that album, it's a platinum plaque for it. No features. Legendary, classic album. But, sorry, Billboard, I got my own fucking top 10. Because you goddamn well, I know. So, number 10, I gave it to Nelly's Country Grammar. Classic. May I add, that's a diamond album as well, Country Grammar. Debut. Number 9 goes to the Notorious B.I.G. Life After Death. Gotta give it. You know what I mean? People consider Ready to Die was the biggest classic album out of Biggie. I'm like, no. That was out the gate. If I gotta give him like credentials for that, Life After Death was a double album. Like, I really wish Biggie was still alive because I wanted to see what the outcome would have been while he'd been alive. How many videos we're getting. I mean, I think we only got 3 videos. Out of a double album. Notorious Thugs should have been a fucking video. Nasty Boy was my favorite record on the album. 10 Crack Commandments could have been a video. Like, it's crazy. Number 8, I had to give it to Tupac's Greatest Hits. Because personally, when Pac passed, I mean, everybody was asleep behind the fucking wheel. I mean, now let's go to Me Against the World. Let me go to All Eyes on Me. I mean, fucking Machiavelli's Don Columinati, the 7 Day Theory was a legendary fucking album, and everybody slept on that. But now that he passed, here comes the Greatest Hits. Now let's do our catch up with fucking Pac, which is weird because only one single came out of that, which was Changes, and that record alone made that album go diamond. You're welcome. Number 7, I will have to give it to Kanye. Kanye West, My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy. Legendary album. Came out on the same day as Nicki Minaj's Pink Friday, and number 1. Number 6, I gotta give it to Carter 3 for Lil Wayne. 2008, as in legendary albums came out that year. You gotta admit, Carter 3 took over 2008. Pretty much did a good sweeping on the fucking Grammys. 4 Grammys got Lil Wayne. You know what I mean? So shout out to him. Number 5, I gave it to T.I.'s Paper Trail. I think this album was perfect from beginning to end. It had your hood records, your anthem records, your commercial records. Had 2 number 1 singles on there. Producers, crazy records on there. Shout out to him. It's an all-star fucking cast. You could call that an all-star album. Number 4, I'm going to give it to Kanye again with Graduation. He fucking took over the championship against 50 Cent. It's coming out on the same day as Curtis. Yo, Graduation took over 2007. Nobody was able to top it. Killer hip-hop album. Number 3, I give it to Jay-Z's Volume 2, Hard Knock Life. Perfect album, commercially. Show some fucking respect, because you hear it. Number 2, I gotta give it to Get Rich or Die Trying by 50 Cent. The most incredible fucking debut album of all fucking time. Yo, 2003 was his year. Nobody could fucking take him at all. Number 1, Diamond album. Yo, he ended Ja Rule's fucking career basically with this shit. So, nah. Give some respect. Number 1, I give it to the most important, credible perfect album I've ever heard in hip hop, I give it Eminem's The Eminem Show. This album was fucking leaked 2 or 3 weeks before the release. Still went diamond. Okay? 2002 was Eminem's year. Same year he came out with 8 Mile. Same year he came out with 8 Mile, the soundtrack that had the legendary soundtrack song of all time, Lose Yourself, which got him not only Grammys, but it got him an Oscar, okay? So put some respect on these guys' names, all right? That's my top 10. This is the Drop That Podcast, Hip Hop Talk. I'm Eddie Jacks. We out this bitch. Peace!